Hi everyone, so this is part 2 of my Q&A. Hopefully I'll get this done in just 2 parts. I don't want to make it more than 10 minutes long, but if it is more than 10 minutes then I'll have to make part 3. I have got quite a few more questions to get through, but I won't babble on too much and I'll get through them quite quickly. And before I start, I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone that commented on my last Q&A video. The comments were just so lovely, it made me smile so much. I didn't reply to anyone just because I wanted to say thank you on here, so thank you so much. So I won't ramble on too much and I'll get on with it. Okay, so the first question is from Leah's Pets. She asked me, where did you get all of your pets from? So I will start with the dogs. I got Millie and Maisie from a kennel club breeder. Molly is a rescue dog. Her previous owner had cancer, so she was in and out of hospital quite a lot, so we said we'd look after her for a couple of weeks, and then a couple of weeks ended up a couple of months, and then finally we took her on full time, and we had her when she was about 8 months old. She does have quite a lot of problems, but I won't go into that in much detail. I'll do it in a separate video. But yeah, those are the dogs. The bunnies were adopted from Pets at Home. They were like in the adoption bit. They were about 5 months when I got them, I think. Yeah. Huey and Scruffy. I got Huey from a pet shop. He was in there for about 6 months. No one wanted him because he was a lone male. I don't know why anyone didn't want him, but yeah. So I took him on, and then excuse me, I got Scruffy from a lady who had an unexpected litter of gerbils, so I paired him up with Huey. And then I got Marvin from Pets at Home. He was in the adoption bit. If you watched my other video with Marvin's birthday, it goes into detail about where I got him from. Yeah, so I adopted him from Pets at Home. His previous owner didn't want him because he'd broken his tail and had an abscess on it, so they didn't want to like pay the vet bills and stuff like that, which is ridiculous, but yeah, I had to take him on because he was really cute. Yeah, by the way, I'm in front of Marvin and Pip's tank today. And then I got Pip from a breeder, just because I needed a young male gerbil, and there wasn't any in any rescues around by me, so I had to get him from a breeder just to pair him up with Marvin. But I'll go on with gerbil pairing in another video, and how to bond gerbils that aren't related. Then I got Peanut. Peanut is actually my mum's hamster, if you didn't know already. She got him while she was on holiday. She went into Pets at Home and she saw him standing there staring at her, and as crazy as she is, she bought him. We didn't know anything about it until she came home and she gave me a hamster. But it was hers for about the first 6 months, but then I took him on just because I was looking after him more than her, to be honest. But I got really angry at her when she came home with him. But she says she saw him there just staring at her and she had to bring him home. But yeah, that's how we got Peanut. Yeah, I think that's everyone. Then she asked me, what channels do you watch the most? So when I first started watching pet related YouTube videos, it probably was X Small Animal Care X. I don't think she's made any videos in a while, but she should do because they're really good. My Pampered Pets, Personal Bunnies, Lucy 1666, Jack's Piggies Bunnies, or is it Jack's Bunnies Piggies? Sorry, I can't remember. Nor Marie, Chantal's Rabbits, of course. Yeah, I think those are the main YouTube videos that I watch. So next question is from Lynn Andian. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. She asked me, what was it like before you made a YouTube account? Pretty much the same really, just that I wasn't making YouTube videos. Next question is from Chantal's Rabbits. So she asked me, who are your YouTube inspirations? So it's probably all the ones that I just mentioned in the previous question, or the one before that. So yeah, those are my YouTube inspirations. She asked me, what is your favourite animal? So in terms of wild animals, I'd probably say either giraffe, I love dolphins and pandas, and elephants as well. I love elephants. And then in terms of like domesticated animals, probably dogs are my favourite. I've always loved dogs. Next question is, if you could have any animal in the world as a pet, what would you choose? That's a really tough question, Chantal. Probably a giraffe, just because I love giraffes so much. Because they're really tall and I'm really short, so it'd be cool to like sit on their backs and yeah, just see the world in like a different perspective really. Then she asked me, if you had a pet ant, what would you call it? Which is a really funny question. But probably Clive. I like the name Clive. So yeah, Clive the ant. Next questions are from CoolCatNatNat44. So she asked me, what made you want a shed to be a rabbit house instead of a commercial hutch cage? So this is a really good question. See Pip and Marvin. Basically, I think that hutches are just far too small for rabbits, especially two adult rabbits. I think even 2-tier hutches can be pretty small. If you have a run attached to a 2-tier hutch, then I think it's okay. And if they have a lot of free range time, that's okay. But I think sheds are just so much better because you're able to stand in there and actually like interact with your pet much more, or your rabbit much more. You can get down to their level, you can let them hop up onto you, and you can just like make it a lot more interesting for your rabbit as well. You can fit more toys in there, you can have like shelves, which I have, so they can jump up on there and exercise more, and it's just a lot more practical as well. With the weather, the weather isn't great in England most of the time, so when it's raining, I can like sit in there with them, whereas if you've got a hutch, then it's like really annoying. I did have a hutch for the first 6 months of having the bunnies. It was either the first 5 or 6 months of having them, and it was just a nightmare because when it was rained, I had to go out there in the rain and I got soaked, and it was just so annoying. Whereas a shed, you can actually sit in there with them and spend more time in there with them. So yeah, hopefully I've covered everything with that. Next question is, which YouTubers do you watch the most? I probably already answered that in the previous questions. And next question is, favourite pets website to shop? A favourite pet website is probably hollyspetshop.com. It's a pet shop website where you can order stuff and they deliver to your door. The actual person delivers to your door. They only deliver in the West Midlands, or it's the Midlands, but the stuff on there is really good and it's really good prices as well. So as I said, it's only in the Midlands area that they deliver to, and the delivery charge is only about £2.95, which is really good. Oh, I need to sit down, I'm sitting on my knees. And other pet shop websites, probably soooo+.com, petsupermarket.co.uk. What other ones? The Hay Experts are really good as well for rabbit products. So yeah, those few. So yeah, that's all the questions from Cool Cat Nat 44. So thank you. Next questions are from Maggie's and the Piggies. She asked me, what made you want to own animals? Basically, we've always had an animal in the house. We've always had a dog, so yeah, I've just been brought up around animals and I just love them so much. To be honest, I'd rather be with an animal than a person, in the way that I'd rather sit and like just play with animals and stuff, well, play with my pets and stuff like that, than like hang around with people, to be honest, which sounds really awful, but yeah. Next question is, why did you choose to own rabbits, dogs, gerbils and a hamster? I didn't really choose to own those animals, it just happened that way. We've always had dogs, so that happened like that. I've always had a hamster. I've always had a hamster since I was about 12 years old. So yeah, gerbils, I didn't really want to have gerbils in a way, but I saw Huey in the pet shop and he just stole my heart, so I ended up having Huey and now I've got 4 of them. And bunnies, I've always had rabbits as well. So yeah. Pippi's eating a seed and it's really noisy. What are you doing? Next question is, what's your favourite place to buy items for the pets? I already answered that question in another video, well, in the last video. So yeah, Pets at Home, what's it called? Pets for You. I forgot the name of the shop now. I go to it all the time. Anyway, yeah, local pet shops and places like that. Okay, so the next question is from Skinny Pig 101, so thank you. She asked me, why do you love buns so much? I just do, really. I think they're really cute. Rocky's a little character and Speckle is adorable. I think rabbits are totally misunderstood, really. But yeah, I just love them. She asked me, oh, I've lost the page now. I'm going to have to find the questions. Sorry about this. Marvin and Pip are still up. Let me just find the questions. They're loading. I pressed the home button on my phone by accident. Okay. Where are we? She asked me, why is all your pets males? It just happened that way, to be honest. I didn't go out to just get males. My dogs are females, so yeah, I've got a mixture, really. She asked me, how's your day? It's pretty miserable at the moment, just because the weather is awful and I wanted to go out shopping, but I'm not going out in the rain because I have to get 2 buses to the place where I want to get to. So yeah. What is the best hay you tried? I like my local country store hay. It's always really green. They've got really good hay there, so yeah. And the bunnies really love it. What was your first animal you have out of the ones you have now? So that was Millie, my dog. We got her nearly 10 years ago. She asked me, do you like chocolate? Yeah, I'm not a really big chocolate fan, but I will eat it now and again. She asked me, what pet shops are near you? I have a Pets at Home right over the road by me. It's like a 5-minute walk, and I work right next to a Pets at Home, which is pretty deadly, really, because I'm always in there buying stuff. And then I have just like a few local pet shops around me, and I have a Just for Pets just down the road as well. And then she asked me, you have a light in the bunny shed. What she asked me? I think she's trying to say I have a light in the bunny shed. Do I have a light in the bunny shed? Yes, I do have a light in the bunny shed. I have a proper electric one. And what is my favourite movie? Back to the Future, definitely. The Back to the Future trilogy. I've watched it so many times and I absolutely love it. I love Michael J. Fox as well, so yeah. So those are all the questions from Skinny Pig 101, so thank you for them. Next questions are from Sky Piggles. So she asked me, can bunnies go out in the snow and be outside during winter? My rabbits go out in the snow sometimes. Last year they went out in it only for a few minutes, just so they got used to the snow on their paws. I wouldn't recommend you leaving your rabbits out in the snow for a long period of time, just because this can be really harmful for your pets, and also it's really cold. So yeah, you can leave your bunnies out in the snow for a few minutes. I left mine out for about 10 minutes at a time, but they loved it. They loved hopping around in the snow. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend more than 10 minutes really. Next question is, she asked me, can you leave your bunnies outside during the winter? If you have like an insulated hutch, what I used to do is put like these insulating sheets, which are like, they look like foil, like silver foil, but really thick. I used to put them around the hutch. Then I used to put a really thick layer of carpet, and then I used to put a blanket sometimes, and then a protective piece of tarpaulin, and then I used to use the microwavable Snuggle Safe pads as well. So yeah, they were pretty kitted out for the winter last year. This year with my rabbit shed, I'm going to have to insulate it somehow. I'm thinking of putting plywood all around it, maybe, I don't know yet. But I use like the Snuggle Safe heat pads as well. Those are really, really good. They're about £22, pretty expensive, but they're really worth it, and you can get them from Pets at Home. So yeah, they can live outside, just make sure they... What are you doing? He's taking a load of hay in his mouth and taking it to his bed. Yeah, just make sure they are warm, and you've like insulated their hutches or sheds or wherever they are. But to be honest, the best thing is to bring them indoors if you can. That's always the best option. Next question. What are your animals' favourite toys and treats? So with the gerbils, it's got to be cardboard tubes. They love them. Peanut, he likes his wheel. He loves his wheel. I've got him a new Trixie 8-inch wheel, which is really, really good. He loves that. The bunnies, they like tunnels. They love going through like their bunny warrens and like the material tunnels. They love them. And they also like toys that they can toss around as well. The dogs, they love anything that squeaks. So yeah. Next questions are from Gerbil Lover 771. So she asked me, can you do a pet starter kit? I'm not too sure what pet you want me to do it on, but if you just leave a comment in the down bar, then I can do that for you. Then she asked me, how many gerbils do you recommend living together? So me personally, I believe that only 2 gerbils should live together. I think more than 2 gerbils is a bit risky. So if you have 3 or 4, there is a chance that they can declan and bully another gerbil. So I just think 2 gerbils is fine. As you can tell with Marvin and Pip and Chewy and Scruffy, they get on perfectly fine. There's never been any squabbles. But even with two gerbils, there can be squabbles and fights. It all depends on their personalities, really. So yeah. Next questions are from Summerfruits55. She asked me, why do you recommend rabbits to live in the shed? So I've kind of already covered that question, really. And if you watch my very first video, which is why I recommend rabbits to live in sheds if they live in the outdoors, I go on about why I think sheds are good for rabbits. So yeah, the next questions are from Summerfruit55, and she asked me, why do you recommend rabbits to live in sheds? I've kind of already gone through that question already. And then she asked me, if you could make a pet treat, what would you make for a rabbit? Anything that's natural, really. Hopefully in the future I'll be making more homemade rabbit treats, but I haven't really got enough time at the moment. But anything that's natural. A good way to start is by crushing their pellets up and mixing it with a bit of water, and then adding stuff to that, so fruits and vegetables, and then shaping them and then baking them in the oven. That's always a good one, but anything that's natural, really. Next question is from the Piggies. I think that's right. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. She asked me, what made you get your first pet and what made you start YouTube? So my first pet was when I was about 3 years old, so it wasn't really my option of getting that pet, but my mum bought it for me. Well, it's more like a family pet, really, and that was my fish and my budgie. And I started a YouTube. I've kind of already gone through this as well, just because I wanted to share my experiences with other people and show you how I converted a shed into rabbit housing. So the next questions are from Nora Marie, so thank you. He asked me, does your job involve working with animals? Unfortunately it doesn't. My job is really boring, but I do dog grooming on the side, so of course that involves dogs, so yeah, I love doing that. Second question is, if money was no object, what kind of accommodation would be a dream for you to have for all of your animals? So say if I won the lottery or something like that, I'd definitely have the rabbits indoors. I'd get massive tanks for the gerbils. I'd get Peanut a mansion. And the dogs would just have like a huge garden to run around in. So yeah. Third question is, other than the animals you have, what others would you like? So I'd love to get some rats. I really want to get some next year, hopefully. So yeah. Question 4 is, are you planning on getting any more pets? Not in the meantime, I have enough at the moment. If I get any more, well, I can't get any more anyway because my mum won't allow me to get any more. But if I had my own place, I still wouldn't get any more. I think 10 is enough. I can live comfortably with 10. I think any more than 10 pets, then it'd just be a struggle to like have quality time with them. So yeah, no more pets for the future, really. So question 5 is, what is your favourite thing about each of your pets? That's a really tricky question, to be honest. I love everything about my pets. I really can't say one specific thing. They just make me smile. They're all little characters. They're all really friendly. Yeah, I just love them all. I didn't really answer that question, but it was a really tricky question, sorry. Question 6 is, where is your favourite place to purchase animal products? I've kind of already answered that question quite a few times already. Question 7 is, what are your favourite YouTube channels to visit? I've already answered that question. Question 8 is, what inspired you to begin YouTube? Just watching other people's YouTube channels, really, and I thought they were absolutely amazing, and I thought I'd give it a go, and I haven't regretted it. I love making YouTube videos now. So yeah. Question 9 is, how long do you think you will continue making videos for? Hopefully for a long time, really. I'm not too sure. Yeah, hopefully for a very long time, because I love doing it. And then he asked me, do you see your channel progressing onto a business such as Piggy Pig Pigs? I've been thinking about this recently. I'm not too sure. I love making stuff. I'm a really big crafter. So yeah, I'm not too sure what I'd make, but I think in the future, maybe when I've got enough time as well, because of having work, a full-time job, it kind of gets in the way. But yeah, maybe in the future. I'll just have to think of some products to make first. And question 10 is, do you think I'm too nosy asking you all these questions? Yes, you are. No, not really. Yeah, all those questions were amazing. Sorry if I didn't answer some of them, but as I said, I've already kind of answered them in others people in questions that other people have given to me. So yeah, so that's it. Thanks to everyone that sent me the questions in. If I've missed any questions out, please let me know, and I'll try and do them in a future video. Hopefully I haven't rambled on too much. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video and my last Q&A video. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.